What's going on, guys? Full moon, and it is the 17th of October. So you know what that means. I'm fasting. Yesterday was such a strange day. I want to start out with this because I had finally accepted somebody in my life being with somebody else. And I had such a change of mindset from, say, maybe a month ago or even last year. Like, this is such a complete change for me, and I've been seeing 777 so far this entire year. Well, this entire month. And it's really an indicator to me that I'm changing my mindset to a more positive outlook on things. And I was just like, hey, well, because I was really thinking about that situation, and then I was thinking about The Walking Dead. The Walking Dead, well, spoilers if you don't want to know about it, which you probably know about it. It's years old. Lori dies. Well, I'm only on season 4, so who knows. She was eaten by that walker, and Rick walks in, and he sits there, and he starts imagining the phone ringing, and, starts talking to the phone. Like, that's what I'm thinking. Like, you can't just give up on people, because before she died, they were having issues. She got with his best friend, but the best friend thought he was dead, but now the best friend loves the girl. But now the best friend's dead because he killed him, because he was becoming unhinged. If you watch the season 2, like he did a lot of things that he didn't have to, just because he wanted to, because he was getting psychotic. And it just like ruined their relationship, and it really could have been fixed. And the fact that they just kind of avoided each other till the very end, like, kind of defeated him, destroyed him so much he started seeing her and going crazy. He went to crazy town. If you have a chance, just wrap this all up, if you have a chance to fix somebody with somebody you love, fix something with somebody you love, do it. Because they could literally die tomorrow, and then you'd be feeling like Rick Grimes. Like, ding, 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 I'm telling you, if you have a chance to fix anything in your life with somebody that you care about genuinely, do it. And once I immediately thought that, when I was at work yesterday, I went and put my vehicle in the drive, and I was driving off, and I was like, I hope things get better for them. I hope people they were able to conquer their issues and be together, forever. You know what I'm saying? And I saw this white dove with red eyes fly down. Or it was actually there on the middle of the street. It's almost like it was it spawned in. It was so cool, and it freaked me out for a second, because I was like, what the hell is that? And it had red eyes, and it looked demonic in the eyes, but it was just it was a beautiful dove. I think it was a dove. It was a white dove. I think it was a albino dove, because I think albinos have red eyes. And it just flew off once it looked at me, and then it flew off. And I took that as another indicator, much like what happened maybe like last month in September, when I was explaining how I saw that lady, that creepy witch lady, and I thought it was a demon. I feel like that was just in the same realm. I feel like I'm being forgiven by universal entities that have came back to make sure that I'm doing the right things in this lifetime. And I feel like as it flew off into the sunset, that was another soul, another payback from karma, just like allowing somebody to rest easy, knowing that my soul is innerly healing from evil mindsets, bitterness, envy, anger, But of course, I have a lot to learn. There was this lady as well. She like bumped into me and was like, "Oh, watch out, whatever, boy." And I was just like, "Excuse me?" Like I just like I went like this, and then I walked off. Like, the fuck's her problem? Like, if you really want to fight, like, and see, that's where my mindset goes. Like, I'm ready to tear somebody apart because they said something stupid to me and they bumped me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think it's time for me to take a fucking chill pill. Because, like, I stopped, I stopped drinking alcohol, no nicotine, and I stopped drinking caffeine the other day, too. Like, I'm tired of not being in the right mindset. I'm so tired of like not being myself. I'm so tired of like every week it's an issue, and like all my issues stem from doing that. So I'm trying to stop the best I can. Of course I'll have like one or two, but I can't just have one or two. It's in my blood, you know. Look, I'm a Hispanic. You know what I'm saying here? Like drinking is a part of our culture. Like, drinking is something I've been around since I was like 3. Like, everyone in our family drinks. Like, that, it's heavy drinking. So it's no surprise that I'm here in this scenario, and I actually didn't drink till I was 21. But I think I was telling you about a story before then. But I think I was a little older. She was 19. Now that I'm starting to remember, and that's why I'm like, you know, that's why I'm like, why have I fallen so hard? Like, I really didn't want to ever do that. And I guess, like, I never liked it. But as I got more into it, started partying, started doing this, started doing that, I got deeper into it, and I just fell off. And most of the debt that I've, accumulated in my life this year, it comes from consumer debt. You know, it's not like I'm buying a house or I'm starting a business, which I do have a business, Recalling Life. It's not like it's any of those things. It's just because I want to have fun and get drunk and go crazy, and it was just such a flop of my character, such a flop of my whole being. And so I'm willing to change that so I can grow up and be responsible, really, because I'm tired of having no discipline. I've been reading a lot of books about self-discipline, and because that's something I lack. I'm just going to be upfront with you guys. Like, I can't even post a tarot reading, all the tarots anymore for all of the month. And I have done it before. Like, I did it all last year. But, like, and the reason why is because I was in fire school. I failed fire school. And that's because I wasn't really focused on it. I was more focused on developing my craft, trying to stand out, trying to pop. Because in reality, I might, wrap it up in a bow. But the fact of the matter is, I want to be rich doing this. I want to be somebody known. More so, rich. I want to be rich doing what I love most. If that makes any sense. But I can't even keep up with the craft. I do the best I can with reading books at work. Well, not reading, but listen to audiobooks. But in reality, I'm just like, I need to focus. If I really want to get something done, I realize through trial and error, I would have to focus strictly on one thing. And I don't know if you're like this as well, viewers, but you need to cut out, oh, I need to do this, oh, I need to take care of them, oh, I gotta do this instead because I like what I do. And so I went back this year, past this year, fire school, because I like I like this shit too, just because I'm crazy, like I said. and so that's all I did for this half of this year is lock in, focus on that, nothing but fire, nothing but trying to accomplish this goal, and I successfully accomplished that goal the first try again. And the only reason why I failed last year is because of a stupid test, a written test. Like, I've never been good in school. Like, I was like an honor roll in high school freshman year, but I was drugged up, you know. So it doesn't really count. So, and drugged up I mean like, oh, like you have ADHD. Oh, you have this, that, and a third. So we're gonna give you some pillies, and you're gonna be like, oh, I can focus better. Like, no, I'm just an experiment, bro. Because all this shit's brand new. All these buzzwords at the time, ADHD, depression, all that bullshit can be easily overcome with a proper mindset and a development of personal boundaries, personal goals, and personal self-love and self-respect. You know what I'm saying here? Like, realize that the world is evil. Realize that people are evil. And there's people just like you going the same situations, and they're managing to be successful. I'm sure there's stories out there. Now it's all about motivating yourself to keep going, and I can sympathize with anyone who thinks they can't, because this world is tough. This world sucks. This world is unfair. But like I said in my last video, I think, you know, that's what makes it fair, because everyone goes through their own particular issues. Fundamentally speaking, everyone is not having an easy time. You know, if you want to be rich, then you got to work for it. If you want to be poor, then you're gonna have to suffer. You know, as a kid, I always wanted to be homeless. You know, because I didn't want to do anything. I just would rather be free and live alone. But like, what do I expect to happen? You know, get sickly and die. Like, but I won't have any doctors to go to. And that's how life works. You're gonna get destroyed. And I kind of started thinking about that too, because I'm on season 4 of Walking Dead. Like, a whole plague on the first half of the season just kind of destroyed that town or destroyed their community, and it's just like, that could easily happen in a homeless community, you know? All that tent cities and shit. You're just all gonna die. Like, that all it takes is one sweep of any virus to go in there, and none of them can do shit about it, and they just die, like the flu. Those symptoms are fucking terrible. Like, you're coughing up blood, you can't even breathe, you're choking on your vomit, all this stuff, and it's like, do you really want to live that way? I think when people say that they just want to be homeless, I don't think they understand, like, the implications to that. You're saying that you don't want help. You're saying that you don't have self-respect, and then you're saying that you don't care about your life. Really, you don't care that. Just because you don't like working, just because you hate people, doesn't mean that you should give up on yourself. Keep fighting, keep going. There's always something to fight for, always. If not for you, your community. If not for the community, for the people you love. And if not for the people you love, the whole world in general. There are so many people that require a lot of help. There's people starving right now. You know, the people of the Hurricane Milton, they only got $700. False news, fake news is $750. They only got that much money when we're sending more money over to a war, financing a proxy war, getting ready for World War III. That's the real reason why they're giving money to these places. The globalists want World War III. But anyways, I digress, right? And the fact of the matter is, getting over your issues and conquering them. Babe Ruth, right? He had a mentor who didn't even know how to tie his shoes. You know, if you're able to be successful in something, regardless of what you are, what you lack in certain talents and areas, it's also a post on Twitter. You know, Robert Greene, writer of the 48 Laws of Power and, you know, Human Nature, he basically wrote, like, you must act before you're ready. Basically, live in the moment type deal. Like, you gotta move when you feel like it's necessary. Even though you may feel like, oh, it's, you know, I don't have this amount of money, I don't have this amount of circumstances in my life. Doesn't matter, like. And I've actually followed those rules before, and I've always been happier. Because I have been homeless, like I described, and when I thrusted myself into that, I felt like I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready to go on my own. I wasn't ready to experience a life worth of torture. But I did it anyway, and here I am now, sitting on the top story floor of a rundown city, like every other city in New Jersey, just ready to fall into shit. Nobody really cares. Everyone's out for themselves. That's just how the world works. Like, it's all a conspiracy too, if you really want me to get into it. The government basically wants these towns to be poor so they can take it over and basically buy up all the housing and property and land and make it into this huge warehouse, you know, like, I forget what, any company that, you know, probably like Pfizer or something, like, make this a whole CDC town. But that's not how you should be able to do things. Like you saw, like, I'm looking at Walking Dead again, for example. Like, does the CDC really help with anybody? They couldn't even fix the Walking Dead issues. Like, the Bull Jenner was just like, well, I'm just gonna die because it's pointless. I got no way to help. He just wanted to kill himself, and that's what happened. And I know that's like fiction, but come on. They can't even find a cure for cancer, and it's been years. How long have you known about cancer? Since you were even born. How long have we known that COVID exists? Oh, now we need 3 boosters and a shot and a this and a that and a third. Why can't you just figure out the cure and destroy that shit? It's not impossible. It's really not. And that's because they're useless. And because they don't actually care about your health. I'm telling you guys, this world's going to shit, and you know what? I don't blame you for wanting out, but you know, that's exactly what you need to fight for. These stupid corporations, you know, they're trying to take control. These, like, real estate companies, they're trying to buy out all the land. Bill Gates trying to buy up all the farms. It's time to take what makes us human back, instead of allowing people to dictate it for us, because they want to have all the money, they want to be greedy, they want to have everything that they want. And for what, really? Like, you're just gonna die anyway, and then what? Your family gets it, and there's no guarantee your son or daughter is gonna be responsible with it. They're gonna be probably a drug addict because they're so rich. You know, they use their swipe a black card and get some crack. It's not hard. You think these people don't suffer too, like their children? Like, oh, my daddy don't love me, my daddy's never home, my daddy. They're stupid. Everyone loves to feel sorry for themselves. I'm sick of it. If you ever watched The Legacy of Kain, there's a part where he's like, I'm waiting for the coin to just flip on its edge. And I'm telling you, because at one point, it's everything I just described. And the other point, we take it all back, and we all wanting to kill each other for these things. We divert back to what we really were, and cavemen. I'm waiting for that point where the coin lands on its edge. Because there's 3 sides to a coin. Heads, tails, and then the middle. And if it lands on the middle one day, there will be a timeline where it lands right on the middle. And we'll skyrocket into a better future for humanity. But I just don't know what it looks like, and it's very frustrating, and sitting here every day dealing with something bullshit like this, it's annoying. You know, I'm sick of it. It's just, I made a video 2 days ago describing these same exact things, but I was more doomer about it and getting more into conspiracy theories, and I'm not trying to lose you guys, but some of the things I've said, I mean, you can look it up. Bill Gates is buying up farmland. All that shit I was talking about, the cities and the government, that's like CIA operations. You can look that up as well. It's just like, all this sucks. And then, like, if I was rich and if I was actually famous on YouTube, this video would be taken down because because YouTube is also a corporate conglomerate, and they want to silence you because they can, or because somebody tells them to silence you. But guess what, YouTube? I only have 5 viewers. You don't care about me. I'm a literal ant in the hive of bees. Like, they're just waiting for me to be destroyed because of my lack of faith in ever getting big in the first place. Well, guess what, YouTube? I'm not. And I'm going to continue doing this shit until I die. Regardless if I'm gonna be stung or not. But anyways, yeah, I'll see you guys in the next 8 day. So thanks for sticking by me, and I'll see you in the next one.